If not, oh Lord.
Child, I do not want a repeat performance of that episode from way back when we were just going on a tangent.
Going.
And then we was like, bitch, it's muted. Happy Sunday.
Happy Sunday, Eric. How are you feeling?
Hot as hell.
Today's actually a lot cooler than it was earlier. This week has been hell, literally.
No, it's been
I don't know
really
why
hot.
It's been in the 90s. It's April.
I low-key love that though, because that's that's when I thrive.
In the 90s?
Because I don't wear any clothes.
Because you're a hoochie daddy. You're a hoochie daddy, like your hoochie daddy outfits.
There's no hoochie daddy song yet. There's a hoochie mama song.
Come back, hoochie daddy.
I know. Oh my God.
Eric, you're a hoochie daddy. I have my hoochie daddy shorts on right now, though, but I do have on a long sleeve shirt.
I know. Are you coming for my gig?
I was, because I knew you wasn't.
Bitch, you did not know that, because I never have clothes on.
I know. And today you decided to wear a full two-piece.
I did. Because I was like, yo, Siri. Oh, good. She ain't paying attention. I was like, yo, Siri, what's the temperature? And she was like, it's currently like 63 degrees. I walked outside, bitch. I'm going to cut you off. It was hot when I walked 63. Out. Right now, it is not Kelvin.
Right now, it's 64.
It's a good 71 outside.
It's a beautiful day.
It's nice. I'm still trying to figure out like what I'm wearing for the rest of the day, because it's obviously not this. But I was just like, let me make it to the studio, because I was like partially hungover.
Oh, I would never wear this today. Today's a good day. Today.
You sure you don't want to wear that today?
I'm positive I don't want to wear this today.
So why is it a good day? Tell the people.
Because they see Jasmine Sullivan today. I don't know who's in here touching, but everybody's always out to sabotage. We're going to see Jasmine Sullivan today, so I'm excited about that. And it's Everyday People Day.
Mm-hmm.
And one time a year, you can see all the beautiful Black people in one space, enjoying the times, just having good vibes. It's never a bad experience at Everyday People.
Just drunk in the dirt.
Well, I wouldn't say just drunk. People are.
That's what I do at Everyday People. I was drunk in the dirt.
Oh yeah.
I wasn't rolling in the dirt, but y'all, like the environment is just like, it's not cement, so it's just dust.
Yeah, I don't know why they moved to that venue. I know why, because it's a bigger space. But that sand issue, I really hope it's fixed.
I don't know, because it's not an Everyday People thing. So it would have to be up to the venue to feel like that's a problem.
I know.
Because I'm still trying to figure out what shoes to wear.
That's my thing too, because I had a whole outfit in my head, and the shoes, I don't want to bring those out, because what if I die?
Yeah, no, the last time the last pair of sneakers I wore to Everyday People, I had to get them like restored.
I don't know if we're live. Why is this saying this?
Oh shit.
And do I have to press this?
Did
I press the wrong thing?
I don't think you did.
I don't know. Press this. Or press both. No?
I don't know.
Oh well.
I'm gonna ask Keith, because Keith was just like, were y'all able to connect? It's 10:03.
I guess not then.
I'm like, oh, wait a minute. Just when you thought you was doing something.
Just when we thought we were here. At least we're live on StreamYard.
Yeah, I mean, hey. So yeah, I don't know what shoes to wear, and that's kind of like the situation right now. Because Everyday People be bringing out the niggas.
It does.
Mm-hmm.
It does. It's a whole plethora of them, and I hope to run into a few.
You will, don't you always?
Yeah, I hope to run into one person in particular.
Oh, okay.
Because I want them to see this revenge.
You want them to see this revenge?
I want to pull up looking good.
No, and you always look good. But I mean, last time at Everyday People, I remember specifically us dancing on to the side. You put your hat on my head, and you made people very upset.
I know.
Very, very much upset. And I was just like, wow, I love it here.
Yeah. It was a good time.
It was great. So I'm excited about that. You're going to see Jasmine. You know you about to get a good ass show, because she got her Grammy. 2 of them at that.
But I'm a little nervous because yesterday was her birthday.
Yeah.
And it seems like we're probably not even live. We're probably just live on the motherfucking StreamYard.
Oh, damn. He said we could just stop because can't nobody hear us anyway.
So stop recording.
Hold on, StreamYard. Y'all about to see a real time effort.
Where's settings? It says to get right. Yeah. No, just said connecting.
Let's see what it's doing.
Now it's streaming.
Now
we get the middle of the damn show. Now I can get the middle of the damn show. Let me tell you about this shit, Radio Co. We're going to have a fucking great show. Now we're doing this wonderful show. Let me just hit this damn thing. Let me hit this damn thing. And let me tell you how we've been working on this shit. And then Keith come in and interrupt our show. I hope he hears this. Hold on, let's start over. Okay.
Let's from the top.
Where's the rewind?
That works.
Here we go. From the 10 up.
What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Happy Sunday. You are listening to the Get Right Radio Show with the baddest bitch on the block, Eric Devontae.
And I'm the most annoyed bitch on the block, Kelvin Unique. Let me tell you,
Go ahead.
Our show started on time.
It did.
We made an effort because we knew we have new rules and regulations to get this thing going. But was on butt. Butt was on butt and did not allow us to start greatly how we wanted to. We didn't have a whole 7-minute show. If you're over there on StreamYard, you know that we started on time. We had a great conversation, but now we're 7 minutes into the show, and now you guys are just not connecting with us. But we are happy to be here this Sunday because we're not going to let that steal our joy because we can talk about how much fun we want to have today. Because what is today?
Today is Everyday People Day.
Yes, it is. Round of applause for that. But not only that, Jasmine Marie Sullivan will be performing tonight. I'm gonna let that just ride out
because she deserves it. That's for her Grammys too.
Yeah,
long overdue.
Yeah, I'm so excited to see her today.
You know, I meant to call you.
And you didn't call me?
Because I was about to say, yo, Kelvin, our predictions for the Grammys were completely off. No, they were off.
No, I was good.
No, you weren't.
Yes, I was.
Maybe I don't remember all your selections, but like certain wins were happening, and I was like, no, I don't remember us calling that at all.
I remember calling Olivia Rodrigo. I remember calling Hotels, but I said it should win, but I thought I was gonna give it to her. I did say I thought it was
right.
Her,
I'm like, but I didn't count that. I did not count that.
Deserved. I did say that we may have an upset for album of the year, and it may go to John Baptiste, and it did. I thought Lil Nas X was gonna win something. He didn't.
I gagged. Wasn't he nominated for like five things?
Walked away nothing. Leave the Door Open, Song of the Year and Record of the Year.
Yeah, they ate that.
Go ahead.
So the Anderson's wig.
Yeah. Anderson's wig was laid.
Bitch, that wig. If I could wear that today, I would. And I would be unstoppable.
And I would too.
I would literally just keep doing
my bang yang.
People would ask me a question. I would just answer no just so I could do this. That was movement. Fluidity.
Oh, my goodness. Girls could never.
No, they really couldn't.
They could never.
Stiff wear.
His hair was better than some of the ladies there.
Yes, that ass. I was like, yo, Anderson, I am such a fan. Yeah. I am such a fan of just his overall aura.
Yeah.
I want to spend time with him. Yeah.
What type of time are you on with Anderson?
Honestly, it could go whichever way.
Oh, my gosh.
We could have a conversation or we could get nasty.
Oh, wow.
So, Anderson, when you see and hear this.
I think he's married.
Oh, fuck, man. I'm tired of that. All right, never mind, Anderson. Carry on.
I may have made that up.
It's fine.
I may have definitely made that up.
You are a dream blocker and a hater.
Let's see.
A dream blocker and a hater.
Let's see here.
But yeah, so like the Grammys were good. What did you think of that?
I thought that it was one of the best shows they had in a very long time. I think that it was well put together. I think that it was organized. I think the sets were amazing. BTS stole the show. I don't care what anybody says.
I didn't watch their performance.
BTS was amazing. They had a whole like James Bond spy theme. The niggas started dancing and took their jackets off and then got tangled in with each other and kept dancing and then danced through lasers. I said, what can't this group do? It was one of the best Grammy performances I've seen in a very long time. Lil Nas X also did an amazing job. I think this performance really solidified him as the pop star that he is. It was him, pure entertainment, no gimmicks, no gag moments, but just like pure fun and entertaining. I thought he really solidified himself last Sunday.
Yeah, he's truly growing as an artist and he has a really good team around him. Yeah. Like I'm familiar with some of his dancers, and then of course Sean Bankhead always does what needs to be done. So I'm happy to see his evolution. And then also he posted some stuff on Instagram, like a new soundbite of a song, and I was like, oh shit. So we rapping now. Cut the foo fluffy shit. We rapping now. I was like, I know that's right.
Yeah, he's versatile. Top and a bottom. I love that.
All right, don't get me going. Okay. My hormones is kind of like up and down today.
Well, everyday people.
You look
Eric gone in the bush.
Look,
Eric at?
In the bush.
Eric's in the bush.
Oh God, my mom can never listen to the show.
We need to get the people that throw everyday people here one day.
Oh, that would be good.
We should get them here on the show.
Yes, I would absolutely love that. So okay, how was your week? I know you're seeing Jasmine today. Mm-hmm. You finished up at Hollywood Unlocked. Mm-hmm. So what's going on?
I finished Hollywood Unlocked last week, and it was the first week of me just sitting still all week, which is really different. Mm-hmm. And then it felt like a vacation at first until Friday. I was like, oh, I made the post, and I was like, oh, it's like I'm really done here. Mm-hmm. And the weirdest thing is, people tell you congratulations, but I don't know what they're congratulating me on because I haven't said what I'm doing yet. But I appreciate the congratulations and I appreciate the love, and it's very humbling. Mm-hmm. But it's also really scary because I don't know what exactly the next move is yet. Mm-hmm. But I have a feeling that it's going to be the biggest move of my life because I took the leap. Mm-hmm. But it's really weird to say congratulations. So I appreciate all the love and all the words of encouragement. Like that really got me through on Friday. Mm-hmm. But it also gave me a little bit of anxiety. Like, what the fuck's next? But I'm really humbled and appreciative of everybody that liked, comment, shared well wishes, said they're praying for my next journey because I need all that. And I appreciate that. And the push and to keep me going and keep me motivated. So I am appreciative of that wholeheartedly.
I think people were congratulating you on taking a leap of faith, especially leaving a company like Hollywood Unlocked. I think a lot of people look at that like, oh, you made it. So for you to leave and go on to something else and something better, people are excited about that. And I think also people are taking into account who you are as a person and what you're capable of. So I don't think the congratulations is because they don't worry about you the same way I've told you I don't worry about you. I think they're just like, oh well, Kelvin's about to leave this and soar onto something even higher. So I'm pretty sure it was all love and excitement.
It's all love and excitement. I do appreciate all the love and excitement, but it gave me a little anxiety.
I feel that. March 31st made a year since I quit my job. And back then I was so anxious because I was just like, oh my God, like, what am I going to do with myself? Well, first I was like, fuck that job. I'm going to Atlanta. And I did just that, like immediately flew out to Atlanta. But then like the opportunities that came to me because I was just open were amazing. Like I had so much time and I was able to say yes to more things. I didn't have to negotiate my work schedule. So like, just be excited. It's a new adventure, and that's the spontaneity of life.
That's what I'm taking into. And also I'm appreciating the village around you because I think sometimes you forget because you're in it and other people see you in it from a different view and they see that your hard work and the labor that you put in, and it's good to feel appreciated for what you've done because a lot of times you don't see it because you're in it. So I am humbled and appreciative of all the things that I've done. But now I'm like, well, child, I'm excited to see what's next. Do you ever feel like the pressure of like what's next?
All the time.
How do you deal with the pressure of what's next?
I try and make it a me thing first because I think part of that pressure overall is everyone else's expectations that I'm taking on. And that's not my responsibility. Like NDRE said it best, I am not your expectations. And I know all of those expectations or most of those expectations are built in love. However, they can be a bit jarring. So just doing what feels right, saying yes and figuring it out along the way, and just what's the word? Checking in with yourself. Just like talking to yourself in the mirror and being like, okay, this is how I'm feeling. This is what I want to do. Breathe, take a deep breath, and just go.
Because I kept saying it. I keep going back. It's like, Kelvin, are you crazy? Did you really just quit? And I'm like, yeah, I did. Because I know I have something else. I know there's a little bit more that I need to tap into. So
a lot more.
So I'm like, So that's been my week. It's been like,
yeah.
Like, what are you doing, Kelvin Unique?
That's so exciting.
Believing, trusting, and understanding that God's will and purpose is bigger and greater than me. And so
always.
We're gonna party today, and then we're back on the grind tomorrow.
That's it. Bada boom, bada bing, bing, bong.
Bada boom, bada. That's my shit.
That Ned's declassified as sound effect.
I love that sound effect.
Oh my God. I was watching Mano's podcast Kitchen Talk on Fox Soul, and they have the same soundboard. So they were playing it and he was getting his life, and I was just like,
he has that song?
Yes, it's the same soundboard.
He loves that song too.
This is what all the popular media people use as a soundboard. The good news is Up to Par with the Kids.
Mano loves the same song I love.
Yes. Mano is fine. Bitch, have you seen him?
No, I haven't seen
Mano. For those of y'all that don't know, because it was definitely an East Coast song, so I don't know if it transferred out here, but
this is why I'm hot.
That's Mims.
Oh.
Mano is High Hater.
High Hater. High Hater.
This is and this you said it so confidently. Wrong and strong.
Mims, Mano, Mimzo.
I don't even know what Mims is doing.
Clearly not kitchen talk.
Right. Clearly not kitchen talk.
Well, I guess I can't go on that show.
Nope. You know, it's fine. It happens to the best of us. But yeah, so they had the same soundboard and he was jamming out, and I was just like, I'm disgusted. But as far as my week goes, even though you didn't ask, you rude bitch.
No, I was getting ready to ask you because I was trying to fill the 10 minutes. So you're next.
I'm a space filler.
No, I'm giving you 10 minutes. Go ahead.
So what happened?
All right, now it's time for Bitch You Better. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead and tell us about your week.
I'm over it. Officially. So this week has been hot as hell. And what have I been doing this week? I feel like I was up and down this week. Like I felt like I had some good days and then days where I was just like, I'm over everything and everyone. But I have those days occasionally. I'm trying to check it and figure out like what that is. Like I feel like I have on and off. I don't want to say depression because I feel like that's too heavy, but just like
maybe seasonal.
Maybe, but like, did the season change in this week?
We went from very cold drab to very hot, and now we're back to spring. We went from late winter to middle of the summer.
No, for
now
real.
Back to spring.
Yeah, that is true.
That's seasonal.
I don't know what that's about, but either way, like I was dealing with that, and as usual, I worked through it. My Capricorn spirit. Yesterday, I was hosting for the Zeus CEO and founder. Lemmy Plummer.
Carpet.
He had his birthday function, and it was on Sunset Boulevard, and it was really good. But there was a lot going on.
I bet there was a lot going on. I was planning on to attend, and I had my birthday outfit on. I about to call the Uber. The Uber was $40.
Ciao.
And then someone sent me a picture of the line outside, and it was complete and utter chaos.
Yeah, had you gotten there earlier, you could have hopped with us on the media line. By the way, shout outs to the Good News family. Michael was there, Eric was there, Simone was there, and Kirsten was there.
Yeah.
And it felt so good to cover our carpet with the Good News family.
That's right.
Because these are the spaces that the Good News should be occupying. So it was great to see everyone in their element, but out of their element at the same time. Although we didn't really get to work together long because the setup, I can appreciate the grandioseness of the aesthetic. However, practicality in terms of like how they set it up. So the red carpet was wrapped around a big pool.
Okay, the pool in the middle.
Yes. So people are walking and I'm trying to explain it. So it's like a big ass rectangle. The guests are walking to get straight through, but then you have to, like, if you're a guest, you have to, or a person that's supposed to be interviewed, you have to make a right turn and get on the carpet. So everyone's kind of like clumped in, the people that are just attending and the people that are like speaking on the carpet. So it just became really chaotic. And then they were like, they were like, can you interview inside? And I was like, fine, because I'm a person that likes space. So I moved inside, which was actually beneficial to me. But yeah, so we got separated. And there was so much happening. Like apparently 3,000 people tried to break in through the back. Cops busted in the event at a point. There were helicopters surrounding the event at a point. Apparently people were fighting. I didn't get to interview Coyle Ray because the guests were, and baby, I ain't even about to shade the community, but the people don't know how to act sometimes. I think access, I don't know, maybe access is too much for some people. Like they saw Coyle Ray and started pulling on her and like trying to, I don't know what they were trying to do. They did the same thing with Jocelyn Hernandez, which is a bold choice because y'all know that bitch ain't wired right.
Yeah.
So they're like trying to, you know, grab the celebrities and all this stuff, allegedly. And
okay,
people are fighting outside on the line. Guys are pulling girls' hair. Like apparently it's becoming a lot.
Well, this is what I will say. I appreciate all that Lumel Plummer has done. as a Black man entrepreneur,
Mm-hmm.
having his own streaming network and giving people jobs, and not only jobs but equity in those things. I believe like if you have a show or produce a show on Zeus, you have 1% equity for the rest of life, and that's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So if Zeus was to be sold to like a major company like a Paramount or something like that, you can get a lot of money with your 1%, you know. So that's a blessing that he's providing these jobs and things like that. And he's a young Black man in this tech world that is making major moves. So I do appreciate all he's doing.
Mm-hmm.
But hearing that, I am not surprised that that came from that event when there is the type of content that he puts out.
Mm-hmm.
So when you put that type of content out, you can expect those type of people to show up at your spot and act the same way, because they don't understand the difference between reality TV and reality.
Mm-hmm.
Reality TV has a cut, has a start,
Mm-hmm.
has an edit, has a plan, has a producer, has a director, has fake storylines, has fake fights, has all these things that aren't real but look real in real life.
Mm-hmm.
Real life, there's no edits, there's no producers, there's no cuts. So people see that and they portray that, and I think they brought that there. Maybe they seen the cameras rolling, and maybe they thought they were going to be on the next episode of Bad Girls Reunion,
baby.
Or
baby, I don't know what the thought process was. I just know that from what I heard, because what happened is that after a while, people were trying to leave the party just because, like, people want to go home, but they wouldn't let anyone leave because of all the chaos going on the outside. Like, the police were trying to get inside. There was stuff happening online. So, like, I would see some of the other media come back in and they're like, oh, we can't leave. We still can't leave. And there was a point where we were all just like piled in a space together. I was already there doing my interviews, but it was just like, wow, this shit
Penthouse
is really
not that big.
Is that what that's called? It is called Penthouse on Sunset. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, I get it. It was very on brand for Zeus, but I will say he knows how to throw a function, because that place was like exquisite. Right. There were people swinging from the ceiling.
Yeah, you have to go to Penthouse on a regular day. They come down in the helicopters. They come down in like the we'll go on a less ghetto day.
I mean, I do love a ghetto function as long as there's no fights. But
yeah, I was definitely getting ready to go, and then I seen the footages, and I said, "Oh, I know this is not what it's supposed to be."
Yeah, but you know, I mean, I get your point completely, and I don't refute that. Just shout out to Lemmy. I think he did a great job putting that party on. Happy birthday!
Happy birthday!
Thank you for having me, Zeus. Rich Girl Network TV.
Yes, shout out to Rich Girl Network TV. Shout out to Zeus Network. Shout out to everybody who put Eric on, because I'm not about to mess up his check.
Thank you. You know, I had to reel it back in.
But
it was a really good event.
But as somebody that's seen that shit and ain't got no job, is unemployed, bitch, that shit was fucked up. Woo, talk about the ghetto. Oh my God. Y'all had Eric Devontae out there in the ghetto, dodging bullets and shanking and stuff. Bro, this is inappropriate.
Someone was calling me Sierra at a point. I had the Matrix so many times.
Oh my goodness, they tried to get your goodies. Where was Russell?
Look, I don't know. I'm still trying to find him. But
my God, today.
That was the function.
But it did look a lot of fun. Did Jocelyn perform?
She did, but I didn't see her.
No, I was about to say, did she do like it's my beauty?
She did. I heard her from the outside because I was talking to Kirsten and Simone. She started performing, but I didn't want to break away and make conversation because that's rude. Be like, Puerto Rican princess, gotta go.
They would have understood.
They would have, but I'm kind of just like, I'm weird like that. Like, there's a lot of shit I do that I realize I'm just so fucking awkward, and I'm like, if I could get in front of my awkwardness, I probably could like avoid all of it.
With you, they probably would have went with you.
Nah, they were over it.
No.
They were over it because it was so much going on.
Yeah.
And then like it was already tough to get out. So it was like when you could get out, get out.
Yeah.
So I completely understand.
I want to ride.
Yeah. She was in there. Coi Leray was in there. And she looked so good. I just wish I was able to speak with her, but her team was not playing. And I could tell, like, if I would have even tried to extend my hand to be like, hey, can I get an interview? They probably would have tried to break my arm.
Oh, wow.
Because the people have been trying to pull on her and tug her. So for all they know, I'm trying to do it too.
Where did this pandemonium come from?
It was a free event.
Yeah.
That's where it came from.
And actually, no shade, but that's also one of my concerns when I was RSVPing.
That it was free?
That it was on Eventbrite. a celebrity party on Eventbrite does not really read well to me. It seems like it's going to be a little bit chaotic. Now, I don't know who put it together.
You know what it is? I feel like, you know how we speak about when we host events, we're always nervous that people won't come?
Yeah.
Especially for like, if you're a high profile person.
They were afraid no one's going to show up.
So you make it easily accessible, but that's when you attract everybody.
Everybody that don't usually go to Hollywood events.
So, you know, it was what it was. I personally enjoyed it, even the chaos of it, because I was just there like taking it all in. What I will say before we get into well, we're damn near on commercial break, but the amount of niggas in that bitch,
I bet it was gorgeous.
Oh my goodness.
Niggas would be fine.
Oh my goodness. Calvin the whole night. I could not stop. I hope it's like that
stop. Today. I've washed my face. I got a little friend on my face, but
you can't see that past your glasses.
I'm gonna try to look cute and smell good because I want 3.
Oh, you want 3?
3.
That's the magic number.
I need to build a roster.
Yeah, man. I
feel it. Jasmine Sullivan's voice.
But
what's next after this?
Next after this, we will have Bitch, You Better Read. It's time to talk some shit, ladies and gentlemen. And we love that. Oh my goodness. What is going on here? Next after this, we will have Bitch, You Better Read.
Been craving lately? Some ice cream.
Then we have to go to Slush and Roll. They have the best handmade ice cream rolls. You can add any toppings you like: sprinkles, crushed Oreos, and my favorite, marshmallows. And you can top it off with whipped cream or delicious chocolate drizzle.
I just looked them up, and you can find them at 12742 Crenshaw Boulevard in Hawthorne, California. And they even have vegan options too.
They sure do. And they are open from Tuesday to Sunday, 12 to 8 p.m.
And I just followed them on Instagram at Slush and Roll. Sounds too good. Let's go right now.
Yay!
What's up? It's Brandon from the Primo Chilos radio show. Are you tired of filthy, lowbrow, scummy entertainment? Well, I don't have the solution for you. Check out the Primo Chilos radio show, live Thursdays at 12 on TGN Latinx.
Hey, Shariq LeMay.
Hey, what up, Jay Pinkay?
You already know what it is. You pulling up with me on Thursdays?
Oh, you already know Thursdays is lit.
What we doing?
We live on Limelight Live on TGN Talk.
You already know 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 10 p.m. Eastern for our East Coast folks. And hey, Calvin, why don't you join us sometimes?
Gee, if you think I'm ready.
All right, Calvin.
What a clown.
We'll see you then.
Do you want to punch people in the face and not get fired for it? Tune in Monday night for Monday Night Compton Mania, only on the TGN network. We'll see.
Only on TGN Sports.
Got a cough, allergies, mucus buildup, or do you just want to boost your immune system overall? Well, at the Organic Option, we make it easy to get your plant-based nutrients daily with organic tinctures and herbal capsules. Just put a few drops of tincture in your water, tea, or juice of your choice, and you'll be on your way to a healthier lifestyle in no time. Super blends like sea moss, bladderwrack, turmeric, and ginger, the mucus buster. We've got the organic solutions you need to keep your body at its best. Shop now at trytheorganicoption.com and use the promo code GOODNEWS for 30% off your order. Once again, that's trytheorganicoption.com. Feed your organs.
We interrupt your regular scheduled program to bring you this ratchet announcement. What's up? It is Kelvin Unique, one half of the Get Right Radio show that happens each and every Sunday live right here on TGN Talk. Do not miss it because we're about to get you right.
Hey, what's up, business owners? Are you looking to take your business a step forward? Are you looking for more people to know what you have to offer? You are in luck. The Good News Radio has a special deal for you right now. You can get a commercial slot 4 times a day, every day for a month. If you are interested, email contact@tgnradio.net for more information.
Hey there, business owners. Don't miss our limited time offer. Advertise on the Good News Radio as low as $2 per commercial slot. That's right. Promote your business up to 4 times a day, every day for a month on live.
All right.
All right, here we are. We back.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for Bitch, You Better Read.
What's my favorite word?
Number one.
So
Tyree Sampson, the young man that passed away from the roller coaster accident, his family blasts YK Osiris for clout chasing and blocking them, saying he didn't pay a dime, but told the world otherwise. So there were a few stories in regards to this situation, and the most recent one is that YK Osiris screenshotted him donating to the family. So let's get into this. YK Osiris is clearing his name. As previously reported, the family of fall victim Tyrese Sampson called the rapper out after he pledged to donate money for his funeral, but allegedly left them dry. Tyrese's brother J-Rock shared a post that read, YK Osiris, or whatever dude's name, is canceled. He used Little Bro for pure clout, didn't pay a dime, but told the world otherwise. Even posted a fake screenshot of a GoFundMe donation. Stop pretending you about giving back to the community just to get your sales up. Lame as hell. Reposting his message, Tyrese's mother Nakia Dodd added, and he blocked me on IG too. The rapper has since provided screenshots which appear to show his $15,000 donation on GoFundMe after he was unable to do a wire transfer. However, for some people, the GoFundMe page that was created by Miss Dodd did not show Osiris as a top donor. Now, to prove that he did in fact donate money, the 23-year-old did a video recording from Miss Dodd's Instagram account. Click the link to the GoFundMe page and scroll to the bottom where it shows his donation. What I want to say is, first off, I know the family is very up in arms right now because the situation was as tragic as it was. And then, you have people like, what's her name? Lavonia, lying and scamming the girls. So I feel like at this point, tensions are just running high. However, I would like to be clear in saying nobody owes you anything except for the amusement park. Nobody owes you anything except the amusement park. So YK Osiris shouldn't have even had to. One, he didn't have to give y'all shit. Two, he shouldn't have had to prove that he did donate. And for y'all to bash him and try and like belittle him and kind of like taint his brand is tacky and trash. And I'm being gentle in this commentary because, like I said, I know you guys are grieving, but I didn't like that at all. YK Osiris is young as hell. And the fact that he donated as much as he has donated, I feel like the way that they need to respond to this better be so gracious. I don't even know how they can properly respond because they're all coming at his neck. And then like the mom is talking about he blocked her on IG. So I'm just like, y'all better rectify this situation because he didn't have to give y'all anything, especially not $15,000.
When did we have proof that he blocked her on IG?
I don't know. I don't have all the screenshots here. Hollywood Unlocked was keeping this covered, and it was like 3 stories back to back to back.
Yeah.
So I imagine that she went to his page and it was just showing that he was unavailable. I don't know.
I don't see him lying about making the donation, and he came with pure receipts.
Mm-hmm.
And then I also don't understand why they would make the call out that way. Now, granted, this is the same thing that may have happened at the Zeus party. People that don't have access to these things or don't have access to these sort of celebrity, they go a little bit extra because they don't know how to properly communicate or properly express themselves when they see these people. And this may be the same thing with this here. I think they may not, like you said, the tensions are high. They just lost a child. So I understand their hurt and their pain. But to go and to call out someone for not making a donation, even though they did, and you probably just didn't check all the way thoroughly through to see that the donation was there, it's sad. And as you said before, no one owes them anything except for the amusement park. So for someone to go out their way to make a donation to help ease the pain of a funeral cost or just hurt or anything else that you may be needed because you can't work because you're probably distraught, so help pay bills or anything like that, and then you go online to attack them without all the facts is kind of tactless because I don't see Osiris just lying about it. Who goes out their way to lie about making a donation?
The same people that lie and say that was their cousin. There are liars in this world, so I'm not putting anything past anybody. However, he didn't have to do it. So if there was no, what I will say is that from their perspective, if he is posting on social media that he made this donation, which I think is kind of like, but he's 23, so it's like growing. But if he is like on social media letting people know that he donated, then I guess from their eyes it's like, well, where's the donation? However, there's a certain level of decorum that I would think they would exercise, and if not from the other siblings, at least the mom as the matriarch of the family. But you know, people are people. However, y'all need to clean this up. Y'all need to clean this up because YK Osiris ain't do nothing to y'all. He gave y'all money that he didn't need to, because I remember there was a point on social media where everyone was talking about him owing them money.
Yeah.
So for him to give y'all $15,000 of anything, y'all need to clean it up. Nobody owes y'all shit except the amusement park. So I hope that they get that together. But no. Number 2.
Number 2.
Since we're in the spirit of giving, Rod Wave gives away $25,000 worth of free gas to his hometown.
Oh, that's really nice.
I love that.
Clap for him.
Yeah. Okay, looks like Rod Wave kept his word and donated $25,000 worth of gas to his hometown. Probably not today, maybe like yesterday. It's $100 to fill my tank right now. And with an SUV, it is a big relief having this extra cushion, St. Pete resident Jasmina Jenkins shared. Rod Wave expressed to WFLA that this is a way for him to give back to his community amidst the high gas prices. It was crazy to me how much gas had went up. For me, on an everyday basis, it doesn't affect me much, but I know it's people out there that really need it, Wave said. It's a big relief. I'm on a fixed income, and this is big for me, St. Pete resident Michael Lucher said. Local police officers were on hand to assure the event ran smoothly. Wave plans to give back to his community, saying, without what they gave to me, I probably wouldn't be who I am today. So that kind of stuff is only a portion of what I want to do and bring back to the city, Wave said. I love that.
That is so sweet.
Yeah, you know, I wanted to balance some of the negative with the good
out there. Just get some good vibes out there. It's a good Sunday. No, that's really dope. And there's a lot of people out there that could be helping in ways like this that aren't. And I'm happy that they are giving back to the community that gives to them.
And I feel like that's just
struggling.
Yeah, that keeps your flow of abundance going. And of course, you don't do it for the sake of getting it in return, but like that is the chain effect. So I love that. I absolutely.
Do you think everybody got to fill up their tank? Well, he's like, you got a limit.
I think he probably capped them at like it. Well, I mean, I guess it depends on the car too, because like a 2005 Honda is not going to need $100 worth of gas. So I think it was depending on that. But just the fact that he did it out of the kindness of his heart to his hometown, I have so much respect for that. Yeah. I love that. So shout outs to Rod Wave. We love that. Continue to work, Black King.
Okay. I mean, what does he do?
He's a rapper.
I'm about to go stream his music today.
I'm gonna go listen.
Today is National Stream Rod Wave Day.
You know what? I have no problem contributing to that energy.
Yeah, let's stream a song.
Doing the Lord's work.
I love his hit song.
All right, now you're being fraudulent. Now you're being fraudulent.
I love Rod Wave's hit song.
They see you searching it on camera. They're watching you be fraudulent on camera. Oh my God.
Oh, I love his song Street Runner off his Soulfly album. His new single, Cold December, is out on all streaming platforms. Go run that up.
You know what you just reminded me of?
What?
The girl that was asking her cousin like what she should do with this body thing, and she was like, "Oh, that should sting." She gave you the wrong thing, and then she was like, "Is she on here? Oh, I love it. Oh, I love it. Oh, if she gave me this, I wouldn't be able to keep my hands off. I didn't say that should sting. I said I love that. That is exactly what that was.
Rod Wave. Not to be confused with Rod Wade. Rod Wave. His album Soulfly, Soulfly, is available now, and his new single Cold December, which was released January 27, 2022, is now available on iTunes. Go stream it. Support this Black brother.
Number 3.
Fill up a tank. Number 3.
A teacher resigns after burning a student's hand during a science experiment.
What in the COVID?
Yeah. So the incident took place at Granbury Middle School in Granbury, Texas, when the 37-year-old teacher reportedly placed hand sanitizer on the 12-year-old male student's hand, then lit the product shortly after. Oh, wow. Hand sanitizer?
Yeah, because the alcohol in it.
Police said that the experiment went completely wrong when the boy suffered third-degree burns.
You think?
Granbury Police Lieutenant Russell Grizzard said in a statement that the science experiment was conducted in another classroom, but there were no injuries. Okay, there's some quotes. It looks like every class that day had a group of students volunteer to do it. There was also another classroom that was doing the same thing, and there was no incident. An investigation is currently underway after Granbury Independent School District officials said they turned the case over to police. A GMS teacher has resigned and is no longer an employee of the school district. This follows a student injury on Friday during a science class experiment. Campus officials have turned this matter over to law enforcement / proper authorities for further investigation.
It's that little boy fault
for volunteering.
I'm pretty sure he had the hand sanitizer. Let me clear this up because I am looking for jobs.
Keep it cute. Keep it cute.
I'm not in no way condoning violence against children or harm against children. Period. But what I'm saying is, if it happened in all the other classes and no one was injured, the boy probably got nervous and may have put the other hand on top to try to pat it out or something. Because I can see like the fire sitting on top of the hand sanitizer and not burning the skin. But if he was doing like this and moving around and doing the most, he probably got burnt.
Quite possibly. I don't know. Correlation does not equal causation.
It does.
It's like two people could do coke. Can do coke. One has fentanyl, so someone dies. The other one doesn't. I don't know. Extreme example, but you get the point. So,
but I can see him moving.
I wouldn't be shocked. He's 12.
Yeah.
And you know, kids are kids.
Actually, do we have any hand sanitizer here?
Bitch, don't you dare.
I will look.
I will not pay a lick of damages
I think I see
if
something.
you set this bitch on fire.
This bitch, I'm experimenting on you. Like,
oh, you got me fucked up.
Hold on, I have some hand sanitizer.
You got me fucked up. I'm the left eye here. How about you put it on your hands and I'll light the match?
Here we are, Eric. I have some hand sanitizer.
We'll put it on your hands.
It's 75% alcohol.
I don't give a fuck.
Do you have your lighter? I know you're a smoker.
Girl, go to hell.
You don't have your lighter?
No, I don't.
Yes,
I don't
do.
carry lighters.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't.
Bring it out. Bring it out.
I don't have a lighter.
Yes, you do. Bring out the lighter.
Calvin, you're gonna have to apply all of that to your hands.
Bring out the lighter.
I don't have one.
Oh my gosh, it's too much actually.
I don't know why you were pumping like that.
Because I thought you had the lighter. I thought we were gonna do a science experiment.
It's not lotion, bitch, and I never agreed. Now, what are you gonna do with that?
I don't know. Gotta hold it. Finish, bitch. You better read.
I am. Number 4.
Number 4.
Don't make no fucking sense. A woman unknowingly gives birth in a hotel room during a business trip. Victoria Venice started experiencing stomach pains during a business trip in Atlanta, Georgia. Initially, she assumed she caught a stomach bug from her 4-year-old daughter and went to use the bathroom. Moments later, Venice realized she was in labor after seeing her son, Rocky, on the toilet and quickly called 911.
What?
I found a towel and I wrapped him up. I was sitting on the toilet and I called my mom. I was like, Mom, I just had the baby. I was like, he fell in the toilet. She was like, call 911, call 911. And there's a picture of him.
Oh, little Rocky. I would clap, but I have things in my hand.
Right, and keep it there. According to the news outlet, Venice gave birth on April Fool's Day and considered putting him up for adoption, but changed her mind.
Aww.
I feel like the experience made me connected to him and made me want to keep him. So I'm going to keep him, she added. I love that. Venice works as a social media manager and a graphic designer, and she says she plans to take a break to focus on raising her 2 children.
She knew she was pregnant though.
Yeah, she knew she was pregnant.
She just
I thought she
had a
didn't
fart.
know.
Yeah, I thought she maybe a little gassy.
Yeah,
little food baby.
Let me read this.
You know, when you push
again.
a little bit harder, you think something else coming out. Imagine if she didn't know she was pregnant and she just thought she was just a little bloated.
Can you imagine the
So Taco
9-month
Bell.
trajectory though? If you don't know you're pregnant,
Like, okay, so the other day, I don't know what I ate. I don't know if it was some dairy or something on accident, because you know some things don't tell you what everything's in it.
Mm-hmm.
And when I say I was bloated, like I looked like I was 4 months pregnant. Like I had a whole belly on me, and I was so concerned because you know I watch Stories from the ER and My 600-Pound Life. I love TLC. And they had one person on there who had gas and couldn't get rid of it, and their stomach was bloated just because it was gas in them forever. So they had to go to the doctor, and the doctor kept having to push on their stomach to let all the gas out, and then they had to get like a colonoscopy thing to get the other gas out. And I thought it was over for me, but I went to sleep and I woke up and the gas was gone. So thankfully I'm single, so nobody was sleeping next to me, because I'm pretty sure it sounded like I was beatboxing out there. I'm pretty sure there's a battle going on between them sheets. And I'm just happy to hear to say today that I'm no longer pregnant with gas. I was real concerned. I was really concerned. I told Josh, like, Josh, because my stomach was like that for like 3-4 hours. I was like, Josh, what if I never get rid of this? But God,
aren't you lactose intolerant?
I'm vegan. I haven't had cheese or dairy in like a year and a half. Am I dripping?
Kelvin, rub it in your hands. Child.
Oh, it's a lot. Oh my gosh. I didn't know I got this much.
When you were on your 3rd to 4th pump, I knew you went too far.
Thank God it's hand sanitizer.
Keith is going to kick your ass.
Keith is. I'm worse than a child.
Yeah, no, for real.
I see why they got the 3rd-degree burns.
Okay, number 5.
Number 5.
So this is going to be our shut the fuck up for today, because this is wild, ladies and gentlemen. This is absolutely wild. Come on, moist your hand.
Sanitizer hands. Sorry, guys.
Shut the fuck up.
This authenticity cannot be purchased, y'all. This authenticity cannot be purchased.
If they watch on StreamYard, they know that this is real life.
This is real life happening. And this is why I encourage y'all to watch the show and listen to the show on StreamYard, because you would have saw us restart this whole show, get on the phone with Keith and correct the issue. Calvin pump all that damn hand sanitizer onto his hand. Y'all missing out if y'all not on StreamYard.
This is the best show ever. I can't wait till the next phase of this. The next phase of this is going to be amazing.
So Courtney Taylor is seen at a bar after her blood-soaked appearance inside the home where she killed
allegedly
where Christian Obumseli was fatally stabbed. So for those of y'all that have not been keeping up, it's been a week since the fatal stabbing of 27-year-old Christian Toby Obumseli. I hope I'm not butchering his name. Rest in peace. The past few days have brought questions about his past social media use. Footage of his girlfriend, Courtney Taylor, covered in blood, and no real answers from Miami police on the case. Now, a circulating video gave insight into Courtney's recent whereabouts, and she isn't sitting in a holding cell or a psychiatric hospital. The video clip ends at about 30 seconds, but it's enough time to see Courtney sitting at a bar, dressed in gray army fatigue pants, a jean jacket, and a beige cap. Her father was also present. According to TMZ, a woman filmed the video Friday night. The woman spotted Courtney inside the lobby of Grand Beach Hotel in Miami, about 13 miles from where Christian was stabbed on April 3rd. At the beginning of the video, Courtney is seen pulling on her standing father's hand as she turns her face away from the camera. The woman filming is heard exchanging words with both the influencer and daddy. It seems like they asked her to stop recording, but the woman refused. Instead, she said, "Yeah, you should go because you just killed your boyfriend," as Courtney and her father began to walk away. TMZ confirmed Frank Prieto is Courtney's attorney, who also confirmed that Courtney was at the bar with her father, but the lawyer claims that the public has the story wrong. It is unfortunate that a member of the public, knowing absolutely nothing about the circumstances and events surrounding the death of Mr. Obumseli, would take the opportunity to harass the Clenny family during a time when they are trying to be supportive for Courtney. And Courtney's attorney didn't stop there. He also alleged Christian is responsible for physical, emotional, and mental abuse against Courtney. Frank even suggested Courtney might be a victim of human trafficking. Courtney's story seems to be that Christian gained access to her apartment without permission multiple times before he was fatally stabbed last Sunday. But Christian's friends have told outlets such as CBS 4 Miami that Courtney and Christian shared the apartment at 1 Paraiso. Courtney acted in self-defense. The investigation by both the City of Miami Police Department and the Miami-Dade State Attorney's Office will conclude such. With that said, we would ask for the public's understanding about observing the family's privacy at this time. Quite honestly, I don't know enough about this case to point fingers. What I will say is that if I was in the middle of an alleged murder trial or mystery, probably wouldn't be at the bar parlaying with my father. Probably be somewhere in the house. Just a really icky time. Really sticky time.
It's giving Casey Anthony.
A little Casey Anthony, a little OJ.
Yeah, just out and about. Human trafficking. Now,
you said human trafficking.
Yeah, that's what she said, right? She said she may be part of human trafficking.
Oh, yes.
Now, there has been an interview that she did on a podcast not too long ago when she said that she was an OnlyFans girl. And she was proud about being an OnlyFans girl. And she also went on to say how she only dates black guys, only rich black guys. And it's not really helping her case. In the disturbing video of her sitting there with all the blood on her, did you see that?
No, I did not. Oh, yes.
She didn't look like she was distraught then.
Now, giving the alleged information here, if all that stuff had been happening to her, maybe I wouldn't be either.
If all that stuff was happening to her, I do see why she may did that, but we have no proof of that yet. All we know is that the man is dead. The video of her covered in his blood, like covered in his blood, all on her arms, everywhere. So it wasn't just like 2 stabs. It wasn't just like oh, you're attacking me, I'm going to grab this to protect myself. It didn't look like that type of thing. It looked like it was like multiple stabs. I don't know how many times this man was stabbed, but like I'm not a defense attorney. I don't know any of these things. All I'm saying is like it was more than a simple altercation that turned deadly. It looked like it was a little bit more than what it was. So I don't know, but I don't know, and I don't know. I don't know. Because I don't know. But you know what I don't know is that I don't know.
Right. That's what Vivian Green said.
So
I don't know. This whole situation is wild. It's a really wild situation. I don't necessarily have a strong opinion on this. Because it all really has to come to the light. Like, I don't even know how they're going to test to see that all of these things that she alleged did happen to her, like the physical, emotional, mental abuse, the human trafficking. I don't know how that's going to show up in court, but this situation is very layered, and that's all I got for it.
Did the TV move?
Did the TV move? What TV?
Okay.
Oh, this TV?
Yeah.
Are you smoking?
No, I'm on StreamYard. No one's seen me do anything.
But look, that was all for bitch. You better read.
What's my favorite word?
And after this commercial break, we will head into the topic. So stay tuned to the Get Right, bitches. Felt right.
It felt right.
It felt right.
You felt that in your soul. Have you ever wanted to stab somebody?
No.
I don't think I have neither. I don't think I ever gotten to the point where I want to stab somebody.
I'm typically a pleasant person. I don't often feel the urge to stab people or things.
I feel like in Wendy, audience, if you ever feel like stabbing somebody, clap.
What is wrong with you people? This is not the type of safe space that we're cultivating here. Keep that shit to yourselves.
I think that that's what it is.
You better stop, because if I ain't even gonna speak that into existence.
No, they're not gonna run that back on me, because I never said I want to stab anybody. I've never said that. Let me say this right now. Let me put my claim to fame right now. This is my case. I did not stab that person because I don't want to stab anybody. Now, if it's self-defense, it's self-defense. But I've never said, you know what? You're gonna die today. I've never said that. I don't think I can have that on my conscience. I would turn myself in. I'll go crazy.
I would lose myself. I would lose everything.
To know I took someone else's life?
They would have to be the worst person to me. And I mean, like, in the heaviest degree.
Yeah.
They would have to be, like, inexcapably horrible.
Ugh. I don't want to think about that. I don't know. Maybe if it came to my children.
Oh yeah, it's up. It's up and it's stuck.
Maybe it came to my children or like my mom or someone that I know that was like hopeless, that could not defend themselves.
Yeah.
But like me just walking around like, no, I just couldn't see that.
Yeah.
Like,
if it's a me thing, unless I feel like I'm on the brink of death, no.
Mm-hmm.
But like you said, like children and my mom or like close family, yes.
And that's the always thing I have. Like if I haven't had jury duty, and I hope to never have it. I'm knocking on all these woods and stuff. I hope to never have it like in a murder case, because I would just feel like oh my gosh, like I feel like that'd be so heart-wrenching. Like, why did you have to kill that person? But then I also watch too many crime stories and I'd be afraid they're gonna come and get me.
I know.
Like, they break out of jail. I'm like, I remember you, juror number 6. Come and get me.
Yeah, I don't know why I was watching so much Unsolved Mysteries when I was a kid, but that shit used to fuck me up. Yeah, man. I don't want to deal with that. I rebuke all that energy. And I don't know. I don't know where we go from here, but we will keep y'all updated because I'm sure there's more to come on this case.
It's got to be, because I'm going to keep my eyes glued to this. I'm going to keep my eyes glued to the tube to know exactly what happened. What's her name?
Well,
what's the girl's name?
Courtney.
I'm gonna see what's gonna happen in Courtney's life, and hopefully when we get back from this break, we'll take a little break and see what's talking about in our lives, because we can get into the topic. We still got If I Told You That, and maybe some Uniquely Speaking. So we'll be right back after this. We can get into the topic. We still got If I Told You That, and maybe some Uniquely Speaking. So we'll be right back after this.
Oh my God, do you really know? Do you really know who you are, what you want, how to get it? Or are you just living to exist with drama-filled relationships, bored, unfulfilled desires, and now lack has become your hashtag? The difference between a spectacular life or an ordinary one is merely 15 minutes of discovery. Choose to live a fulfilled life narrated and created by your design. Book a 15-minute free consultation with Coach Zena, transformational practitioner specializing in human design and life coaching. Learn what awaits you. Go to CoachZena.com or on Instagram at coach.askzena.
What's up? It's your girl Kirsten and Moni, and we are Never Not Extra. Be sure to check us out every Tuesday live at 8:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, only on the Good News Radio app. And if you didn't know, now you know.
Hey everyone, it's the Primos Chidos.
Hopefully you're enjoying this show, but if it sucks, be sure to check out our show, live Thursdays at 12.
Yeah, join me and my sister and basically my brother as we discuss everything from immigration to ejaculation.
If that sounds interesting, then we're the show for you.
Warning, the following podcast features discussion of sensitive topics, graphic content, and uncensored stupidity. Unless otherwise stated, the featured content is not discussed by professionals or experts. TGN and the Primos Chilos must advise against taking anything said on this program too seriously. Viewer discretion is advised.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? This is Alex Himes from Courtside Radio. We love to have you tune in every Monday and Thursday at 6:30 p.m. right here on the Good News Radio Network. Don't forget to tune in every week, people. We'll see you then.
Birthdays are meant for celebration, and when it comes to celebrating, Flour and Sugar never misses a beat. Offering custom cake designs to fit any special occasion, your cake will be the talk around town. From sushi cakes to perfume bottles, everything is always edible, with flavors like Oreo, banana pudding, and our top flavor, strawberry shortcake. I can't miss. Order your special cake today by email at flourandsugarla@gmail.com or visit our website at flourandsugar.store. Or if you want to see new designs, follow us on Instagram at _flour_and_sugar_.
Hey there, business owners. Don't miss our limited time offer. Advertise on the Good News Radio as low as $2 per commercial slot. That's right. Promote your business up to 4 times a day, every day for a month on live radio. If you're interested, email us at contact@tgnradio.net. Once again, that's contact@tgnradio.net. Have you heard of D-Lit Juice? Well, it is a minority-owned cold-pressed juice company here in Los Angeles, offering daily cleanses, sea moss wellness shots, and teas. And flavors like hibiscus punch, blue gelato, orange delight, and black fuego, just to name a few. They have local deliveries every Wednesday and Sundays, and shipping all throughout the United States. Make sure you check out their Instagram and Facebook, D-Lit Juice. That's D-Lit Juice, bringing a healthy lifestyle straight to your door.
And we're back.
We are back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm still doing Bitch You Better Read solo. Child, let's get into the topic.
Let's get into the topic. Oh. Yes, the topic today is Eric looking at me crazy.
Is that the topic?
It. I don't like when Eric looks at me crazy.
Mhm.
That's what I don't like.
You are so full of shit. You are so full of shit.
No, the topic today is all about letting things go. When do you know it's the right time to let things go? Because I know that for me, in experiencing with this new journey for me, a lot of people have been asking me like, okay, Kelvin, why? Why would you leave? Why would you do this? Why would you do that? And for me, I had to figure out what exactly I wanted for the rest of my life. I've been with Hollywood Life for 4 years. I feel like I've reached the cap. I didn't see where I was going to grow from that. I also kind of felt pigeonholed at times. I felt like they only see me in one aspect of it and not a whole aspect. And I had to let go. And I think a lot of times in life, we hold on to things because it seems good because of optics, or we hold on to things because this seems like it feels good. It feels like it's the right natural fit. But at times we stay there and stay stagnant and not grow because we are afraid that if we leave, then we won't have the same, I guess, benefits, or we won't have the same access, or it looks different because the optics of it all looks, oh, this is great. Oh, you're right there. You're in it. You left, you did this, you do all this stuff now. It's like, but on the inside, what are you actually gaining from it? Like, what are you really getting from it? And I think that's one of the reasons why I had to let go. And I was having conversations with other people, and it's like, when do you know to trust that voice in your head to say like, okay, it's time to give this up. It's time to move on to something greater. Have you ever had that moment where you're just like, okay, I need to let this go in order for me to move on and do something else? And what was that moment like? And how did you reach that point?
That's not tough, actually. I just had to think about it. Probably with my last job, because it was the job that was paying me the most that I'd ever gotten from any job. And I had become comfortable in my schedule, and I knew it forwards and backwards. I was able to work around it. I knew my responsibilities at the job like the back of my hand. So all of that comfort kind of just felt like, all right, this is cool. And y'all know, like at the start of the podcast, I was keeping a job maybe 2 to 3 months. And this job, I had kept it for a little under 3 years. And this was the job that had brought me out of homelessness. I was able to afford to pay rent consistently and have money to do other things. So, you know, in that place of comfort, I became stagnant, and then I also became depressed. I became mean. I became very bitchy. And I was like, oh, wow, this is affecting my spirit. Like, even the days when I wasn't there, it was like me dreading when I had to go back. And once I noticed my overall energy was lost at the hands of the job, I was just like, I can't do this anymore. And that unknowing of what was next was so jarring that I stayed there. But there comes a point where you're just like, you don't even recognize yourself. Like, you don't care about anything. You're only happy like in increments. And I get it. Happy is an emotion and it's fleeting. But I wasn't even feeling joy. Like, joy can always be there, and I had none. So for me, it was kind of just like, look, I don't know what's next, but I can't do this anymore. Because if I continue to do this, I don't even know how I'm gonna lash out. But like, I was either on the verge of like fighting or just things that I know I didn't need to be doing. So for me, letting go is when I'm just like, I don't even recognize myself as a person, and this is no longer serving me. So I let it go. But I completely understand what you're saying. Like, we get so comfortable being comfortable that we stay in positions that are not doing anything for us, and we become jaded. It makes some of us miserable. Like, it's just not healthy.
Yeah. And I think that I was getting to that point. It's the everyday for me. Like, I know what's next. Like, the stories may change, but it's the same process. And also kind of felt like I was, towards the end, I really feel like I was perpetuating a stereotype or pushing narratives that I didn't always agree with. And for me, I had to step back and say, where's my journalistic integrity at, and where do I want to be, and where do I see myself? I always took myself serious as a producer, as a creator, as a curator of news and events and moments that people remember forever. And I know that it's my responsibility to continue to create positive moments and put positive images of everybody out there. I think my last weekend posting was, of course, like the Will Smith smack. And there was like a lot of guiltiness on my heart because I felt like I was putting out this narrative that Black people are negative or angry towards each other. And I just didn't want to post it. I didn't want to deal with it. I was off of social media when I wasn't supposed to be posting because I did not want to keep seeing that narrative played over and over and over again. It was really eating at me, like Jesus. And I hated when I had to post it because it's like, okay, I'm putting the story out, but what narrative and what angle am I taking with this? Am I putting out that we all are human, we all make mistakes? This was what I was trying to push out. But then some people take it as just two Black men angry and fighting. But it was more than that. It was someone standing up for themselves and standing up for their wife and standing up for their rights. It was going against the culture that you could say everything and mean and hurtful and it's okay. It was a lot of layers in that smack. It was more than just a smack. It was a real conversation need to be had, and I feel like we weren't having those conversations. And that's one of the reasons why I felt like, okay, this was also my time to go, because I know I want to move into producing of award shows and things like that, and I want to create those moments and how I could help rectify those moments. That moment happened. It should have been a moment of pause afterwards, not just to move on with the show. It should have been a moment afterwards, like, okay, let's reset, let's cut the commercial, let's do what we need to do. And those things didn't happen. I feel like, okay, Kelvin, you know what should happen. You know where to move. Why not move towards that direction?
Right.
So it's one of those other reasons why I feel like I had to go.
I think you would be amazing in that position because you have a very strong heart on you. So it would show through in your work. And I think that a moment of just community would have benefited everyone involved, not just Will, but also Chris and Jada in some part too. But do you feel like when you were there and you were writing that there was an expectation of how the story should have been formulated?
Well, I didn't have to write the story, but I did write on social media in those small captions, because you don't write a caption too big, but it's like getting those captions out that make people want to click or make people want to read or intel it, and only to do that in a few words. How do you capture a cultural shift? Because I'm sure, just like with the Nipplegate, there's going to be some type of either another 3 seconds delay, or how we move and operate during award shows will change a little bit. How do you put that in words in 140 characters or less, what do you say? And for me, I think I wrote like caption like Slapgate or something like that, and it just didn't sit right with me.
Yeah, it's the name of the game, because ultimately it's all about engagement. So you have to do things that are clickbait worthy. So yeah, I get that. Like for me, when I was working with the Shade Room, I didn't get anything that was like super scandalous. But even then, like I felt like I had free reign to report on it how I wanted to. And I was appreciative for that. So I don't know how I would have tackled the Will Smith, Chris Rock situation.
I think it was more than that. It was just like me just ready to expand and move on. And have a little bit more freedom the way I move and with the way I want to approach things.
And not have ties to certain energy. Because, I really respect the brand that Hollywood Unlocked has built, and it's constantly evolving. But I think that there's a certain connotation and association with it that may not be the most positive, and that may not necessarily be representative of the brand itself, maybe like the head of the brand. So I think that that's tough, because sometimes the intention of the people working there do not match the reputation. So, I can understand why you felt blah, if that makes sense.
I can see that. And there are always moments that like, whoa, what's going on here? But also want to be taken serious as a producer, because every time I would say I'm a producer, people say, "Oh, for what?" Say Hollywood Unlocked, the Instagram blog, or this. And I'm like, no, we have a national syndicated radio show, we have a television show on Fox Soul, we have a podcast that does really, really well, and I have produced all three of those at one point in my trajectory there, and I wanted to be taken just a little bit more seriously. And I think the next step is to move to something a little bit bigger, so I can be taken serious in that aspect.
Yeah. Because you're really good at what you do. So
Well,
it's
thank
going to
you.
show in whatever environment that you occupy. What I will say, though, the downplaying of social media, blogs, vlogging, and all of that stuff needs to stop. Because I remember having a boss. Yeah. I remember having a boss even recently when I was writing for the Shade Room. I was trying to figure out what my next steps were. This boss didn't work for the Shade Room. I was writing at the Shade Room when I was connected to this person. And he was telling me, he was like, oh, what do you do? What are your goals? And I was like, oh, I'm a journalist and I'm writing for the Shade Room right now. He was like, that's not real news. And I was like,
it actually is real news.
I'm like, I don't even remember how I responded in the moment, but I was just like, the fact that there are people, especially Black people, that discredit blogs and vlogs because they're not your typical paper medium. I don't like that. I don't even get that. Like, I was listening to wow, the amount of free promo. Armand, you better come on this fucking show.
Shout out to Armand. Shout out to my homie Armand. Like, much love to my homie Armand. I talked to him this week.
The reason why
my homie.
The reason why I brought him up is because I was watching his interview with T.S. Madison, and he was talking about how people downplay vloggers and bloggers and all that stuff. However, these people do the work. They know what they're talking about. They're on the scene. They're more timely and sometimes more what's the word? On top of their shit than actual like bigger media companies.
Let's not talk about TMZ always writing stories that are not true or misquoting or doing something
in a rush to be 1st. So I'm like, while y'all are downplaying them, at least they're thorough enough to make sure that you're getting the correct information. So I don't understand that. Anyone who is building a platform for themselves, especially in this digital era, should be commended and not downplayed. So in retrospect, me hearing that, like, back then, I would have been like, it is very much real news because we were reporting on real life happenings. We were condensing it because the medium is not for a bunch of text, but for people to downplay that stuff. And I think because in part there's a connection to Black people building something, because nobody says TMZ is not real news. I've never heard somebody say TMZ is not real news.
Or they'll say, I'm waiting TMZ to say it first and I believe it's true. TMZ retracts statements all the time or just deletes stories,
right,
and doesn't say anything about it.
But if it's a Shade Room, if it's the Neighborhood Talk, if it's Hollywood Unlocked, Black Tea Blog, all of those blogs that are actually really good at what they do, then people want to downplay it. And I hate that the person I'm talking about is Black, because I'm just like, get the fuck out of here, bro. Because if you see these people on the carpet, you're gonna be in their face talking about, oh, I respect what you're doing, I respect your hustle and all this stuff. Stop playing in people's faces. Stop playing in people's faces and stop downplaying people's crafts. Even if you don't see it, respect the fact that they're on the grind and building something for themselves. And a lot of the people that do that have nothing to show for themselves. So I say all that to say, I am proud of you. I understand why you are transitioning on to another part of your journey. And it's time. God is going to carry you through, and you just have to do what feels right for you. Build the foundation and the platform that you feel like you deserve. And yeah, to everyone who's watching this, if you want to do something that's not popular right now, you'll probably receive criticism in the early goings of it. But I guarantee you, once that shit pops off, a bunch of bitches gonna be on your bandwagon. Because that's what they do. They don't support it until other people do. And to me, that's mindless.
It is.
And partially brain dead. So do what you got to do. Don't let people's criticism hold you back. And to all the bloggers out there, especially those that I listed, the Neighborhood Talk, Armand, Black Tea Blog, Jasmine Brand, Impressive Channel, all y'all, I watch y'all front to back, and y'all are so good at what y'all do, because sometimes I don't feel like reading shit, and y'all sum it up perfectly. So yeah.
Yeah, and then also shout out to Hollywood Unlocked. That's my family forever. Forever be my family. Always gonna be a home base. I love everyone there. Jason, Rob, I don't want to start naming names, I forget everybody. Johnny, Alexis, Keisha, Alyssa,
Whitney,
Bobby. Damn. No, I love everybody there, and they have made a home for me there for the last 4 years, and I'm so appreciative of all the opportunities and all the great moments that we helped create it together.
Yeah.
So yeah, but I'm excited and ready for this new journey.
I'm excited to watch.
Me too.
And that was all for the topic.
Flashing lights.
Let's leave it to her. Okay.
I sound just like her.
Now it's time for the question of the day.
Question.
Beyonce. So today's question of the day is, what do the people need to hear right now? I just low-key stepped off a soapbox.
You did.
That wasn't what I felt like the people needed to. No, people needed to hear that. That's not the most pressing thing, I guess. But people needed to hear that because I really be tired of y'all downplaying people because y'all are fucking haters, man. So is there anything that you feel like people need to know right now?
I would say that they need to know that it's okay to bet on yourself. I think a lot of times when we are in a moment of adversity, or we're in a moment of where we have to face a crossroad, we go to other people's advice to seek if we should be making those moves.
Oh, we look for outside validation.
Yeah. We look, should I do this? Should I do that? Do you think I'm good enough for this? Or do you think I should be doing that? And what I realized lately is that no one knows what you're good enough for except for you. No one knows your inner thoughts or your capabilities except for you. And if you don't set the own standard for yourself, you're going to rely on other people's validation to tell you that you're good enough for what you need to do in that moment.
Yeah.
And I think that now people more than ever, especially as we're coming out of a pandemic and things are getting open again, and we're going out, we're looking for new jobs, we're starting new ventures, we're meeting new people, we're discovering things post pandemic. And I think we're learning that the dependency on other people's opinions and other people's action towards you aren't as important as they are to how you feel about yourself and what you feel like you're capable of doing. Because what we learned during the pandemic, that everything can be stripped away from you in a matter of minutes. We went from everybody being outside to everybody being inside with no jobs and nothing to do, and all you had was yourself. And I think if we remember that all you have is yourself at times, then you'll be good. I think that's what people need to remember.
Yeah.
Bet on yourself.
Absolutely. A word. I would say that so when I was on the carpet yesterday, I was just getting like an influx of affirmation from people just commending me. Friends that I've met before, people I didn't know that I met before, and they were just like pouring into me and telling me that I was really good at what I did. I have great energy. They like my image and all of this stuff. And I love stuff like that because I think it's a reminder that I'm doing the right things and I'm in the right places at the right times. So thank you to everybody who poured into me yesterday. What I want to tell you guys is that I feel like, how can I say it? Start. Just start. You know, it's very easy to be in these spaces with all these people and look at people around you and compare yourself, and then you start to belittle your own abilities, and that is really stressful. It's low-key depressing, like all of those feels. And I'm projecting right now because that is how that makes me feel personally. But you know, I can stand on a carpet with this amazing camera setup and the lighting in the works, and you could be standing right next to me with an iPhone and a mini mic.
Yeah.
And I want you to know that you are no less of a journalist, no less of a host or any of that, because you don't have the things that you feel like you need. The fact that you're in those spaces doing the work and taking those steps speaks volumes. Okay. Like, certain things will come with time. You don't always have the backdrop that you want for your YouTube channel. You don't always have the fancy equipment or the nice suits and stuff like that, but you have the passion, you have the drive, and you have the will to do better. And that is going to serve for you. All that superficial stuff will come with time, experience, exposure, and finances. But that drive is what matters most, because if you have all of the fanciness, but you have no work ethic, you have no want to do better, it's going to come across in your content. So I don't want you guys to stop yourself from getting further in life and getting what you feel like you deserve because you don't have. Don't operate in a lack mindset, because that's not going to give you the abundance that you're looking for. It's going to keep you in a space where you're constantly downplaying your skills and not being productive. So, you know, I just want to validate you guys and let you know that like what you're doing is valid. And you set the standard, and you don't have to feel bad about that stuff. Like, just keep coming, keep showing up, and that's gonna serve you. That is the testament of a star.
Yeah.
So I feel like you guys need to hear.
Yeah. That was really good, Eric.
Thank you.
Wow. That was the question of the day.
Question.
If I told you that.
Let's go. So today's If I Told You That is, if you could choose a date and a place for when Jesus was born, when and where would you choose?
Wait, hold on, time out. Okay.
Do you need to hear it again?
If I could choose, yeah.
If you could choose a date and a place for when Jesus was born, when and where would you choose?
Okay.
This could be fictitious.
Okay. Well, Jesus is black, so I would keep him black, and I want him to be born in like maybe like South LA. No, because I'm not from here. I want to be born in the Midwest. I want to be from Southside Chicago because I feel like they just ride hard for Southside Chicago. People from Southside Chicago ride hard for themselves, and Jesus rode hard for himself. And I want him to be born like right in the middle of a Harold's Chicken, like with some mild sauce and the chicken fried hard. And I feel like that should have been his first meal. And probably his first miracle was there to turn the water into chicken grease because they probably ran out of chicken grease and they needed more chicken grease to fry the chicken extra hard. It made more mild sauce. So Southside Chicago, Harold's Chicken.
Harold's Chicken.
My Jesus is black.
All right. I see that. I see that. How's his hair texture?
Oh, he was born with locks. He came out with locks.
Long locks?
Long locks. But like his hair is like real nice and fine too.
Does he let them hang or does he put it up?
Depending on his mood. My Jesus is versatile.
Right.
Sometimes he put them down, sometimes he put them up, got a little edge up.
Right.
Yeah, but not the big edge up, like the big gap edge up between
the hair and the line.
locks.
Yeah. Oh,
No,
yeah.
He ain't got that.
Okay.
His locks meet his forehead.
Okay.
Not
Love
the
that.
top of his head, his forehead. Okay. He just got the sides like edged up a little bit. That's what my Jesus looked like. Anywhere like fitted, and my Jesus wear like my Jesus swag. He wear like fear of God because like why wouldn't he wear something named after his dad? So he wear like a lot of fear of God. He got all the Yeezys. So my Jesus look like.
He's fly. I'm going to put Jesus's birthday on January 1st. Because I want him to be. He is technically a Capricorn.
Jesus is a Capricorn.
But I want him to be a January Capricorn.
Oh wow.
And the first because it's 10 days before mine, so it's just a 1 because it's like it all starts with him. So January 1st, 1/1. And I want him to be. I don't know where this place is, but like I want him to be born on like Luther Aloysius Boulevard.
Luther Aloysius Boulevard? That sounds real like country. That sounds like Mississippi, Alabama.
I don't see that.
Lucius?
I see it like I'm seeing it like he grew up in a place where like the kids, I mean, I guess they were on cobblestones. I don't know. But like people were like double dutching and shit on the street. And then like very like the frozen icy pops, like that whole aesthetic. Like it's still very much urban around the way, girl, but like make it. What era was he born?
AD or BC?
I don't know how they was giving it up back then. This is my story to tell. So yeah, Luther Aloysius Boulevard. And I like to think that, Jesus was like cool with the ghetto girls and the B-boys, like very urban.
What do he look like?
What does he look like? He has a beard. He's always shaped up. Like every line is very precise. I want him to have a taper and like S curls.
Okay.
Yeah, I want him to be very like cool.
Is your Jesus light skin?
No.
Because I've seen the S curls, so I just automatically thought like Shamar Moore.
He's like our complexion.
Okay, he's brown.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I want him to have like a silk black robe.
Oh yeah.
I want it to be like a gold type of rope that like brings it all together, like a copper type of rope that brings it all together, or something in that family. Yeah. Sometimes I want the robe to have pants, legs.
Yeah, because it's kind of cold.
Mm-hmm.
It's cold in the deserts.
Yeah, like I want him to just be able to like walk and it kind of just flow with them. So yeah.
So my Jesus is definitely a hype beast, and your Jesus is a pimp.
Born on Luther Aloysius Boulevard.
Yeah, you basically described the pimp from the 90s. Well, Jesus did have Mary Magdalene. And she was not the most respectable young lady back in her day.
And I want Mary Immaculate to be friends with Mary J. Blige.
Mary. Yeah, I can see it. I can see it. Get those shackles off their feet so they can dance. They're just fine. Whoo! She's going down in a different way. That's right. That's right.
I don't know if I'll ever see the gates of heaven.
I know I am.
I don't know sometimes.
Oh, I know I am. Me and Juice talk every day, multiple times a day.
We talk, but then like sometimes I just take the lead with the conversation and I just feel spiritually that he puts his head down. Like, where did I mess up?
You know, I've been learning to listen to Jesus a lot lately. He sounds a little bit more like me. But I don't know if he just talks to me like I know I need to be talked to. But his voice is a little deeper than mine. So that's why I know it's not me talking. His voice is a little bit deeper than mine. And that's how I know it's like, oh, that's God.
Wow. Iconic.
When we get back, we'll talk more about Jesus. And hopefully we'll have a Mary song, right?
Right.
Yeah. There's more to get right after this.
Are you looking for the best barbershop experience? Then the Locker Room Barbershop is the place for you. Check them out at their new location, located at 16900 Lakewood Boulevard, Unit 204 in Bellflower, California. If you would like to book an appointment, you can check them out at thelockerroom05.com or on Instagram at The Locker Room Barbershop LLC. Feel free to call the number 562-202-9602. Again, that phone number is 562-202-9602. Can't wait to see you at the Locker Room Barbershop.
You're seriously watching porn by yourself? Oh, wait, that's the wrong script. Oh, that's right. I'm here to talk about the Primos Chidos radio show, live every Thursday at 12 from the TGN Latinx station. Make sure you tune in for some laughs, maybe some crying, and definitely some stupid takes. I'll see you guys there.
Are you looking for a daring and creative clothing line? Then look no further. Check out lucrative.com, where upper echelon intersects with the streets. And for you community-minded folks, they donate one t-shirt to a local shelter when you make a purchase. Lucrative encourages individuals of our community to create opportunities for themselves. Shop now at lucrative.com. That's lucrative.com. LUCR8TIVE.com. Lucrative. Inspire more, create more.
Hey there, business owners. Don't miss our limited time offer. Advertise on the Good News Radio as low as $2 per commercial slot. That's right. Promote your business up to 4 times a day, every day for a month on live radio. If you're interested, email us at contact@tgnradio.net. Once again, that's contact@tgnradio.net.
Fee-fi. Fo-fum. You already know what that means. We're live from the den. Devontae Green, proud founder and CEO of the Giants Den, also co-host Live from the Den.
Yes, indeed. Danny Crumble, co-founder of the Giants Den, also co-host from Live from the Den. Excited to engage in these conversations.
Yes, leadership, self-improvement, real conversations that Black men have or need to be having. Tune in Monday nights, 7:30. TGN Talk.
And it's only one way to end this powerfully. 1, 2, 3.
Salute.
Yo, what up? It's your guy E Lamb, the Wild Child of TGN. Make sure you tune in to Courtside Radio every Monday and Thursday at 6:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time here on the TGN app, Courtside Radio, where if we were any closer, we'd be in the game.
Only on TGN Sports.
Hey everybody, I'm Jaja, your local health professional and wellness coach, looking to help you build health, wealth, and community. Call me, text me at 951-569-8296 or find me at _JZA on Instagram.
What's going on, everyone? This is Mark Cooks, financial strategist and retirement expert. I am here to satisfy your financial needs when it comes to life insurance, retirement planning, and debt settlement. So please give me a call at 323-800-7621 or hit me up on Instagram at blacksuperman_AMC. Let's schedule an appointment today.
What's good? Peace to the people. Danny Crumble, co-founder of the Giants.
All right, good people. We are back in this your mama's favorite time. It's time for Uniquely Speaking.
This is for Rachel, you big, fat, white, nasty, smelling, fat bitch. Why you took me off the motherfucking your trifling, dirty, white, racist ass, big fat bitch.
Yes. So this week's Uniquely Speaking is all about, I don't know.
That's honest.
I don't know. I had something in my head before we got here. And as we kept going, it went away. And now I'm just like, I don't know what the people need to hear. You ever just I've had a few friends ask why are so many things going wrong in this season? And I felt guilty because I have felt extremely blessed in this season. Like, even though shit has hit the fan in other areas of life, things that I see about my friends that are winning, and a lot of my friends are moving to a new season that is exciting for them. And I have some friends who are not, I won't say not winning, but not having the greatest experiences right now. And it helped me remind me that life has highs and has lows. And its peaks and in its valleys. It's important that we celebrate those who are winning and that we help those who feel like they're struggling. And right now, I have been blessed to be in the middle to watch both happen. And watching both happen, I think it's taught me to count my blessings every day, but also understand that things could be a lot worse, but know that things are going to get a lot better for me. And I think that if anything, for this Uniquely Speaking, I want those to remember who are right there in the middle, who are watching their friends win, who are watching them achieve goals that they have been pursuing for a very long time, to remember to clap for them, to remember to congratulate them, and to truly relish in their accomplishments, because that's how you start winning. When you clap for others and you have genuine joy for others, God will reward you with those things because you're not a bitter bitch. But also for those friends who feel like they are struggling, and those friends that feel like they are not where they need to be a shoulder and be someone to lean on for them, because at any moment your trajectory could turn down at any point. And it's just been a really interesting space that I've been in lately, to watch both people win and people feel like they're losing. And for me, I had to take a step back and just say I'm grateful that I am able to be here in the middle. I don't feel like it's a big winning season. I do feel like I've made some major wins, but I feel like the bigger blessing is still to come. And I don't feel like I'm losing. I know there's some things that I need to get my life together on, but I don't feel like I'm at a spot that I just can't, you know? And I think for this week, Uniquely Speaking, I'm just going to say be grateful for the spot that you're in. Because whether you're winning, whether you're in between, or whether you're low, you're alive and you're able to experience these things. And I think that we need to experience all three. We have to experience the lows. We have to experience trauma. We have to experience hurt. We have to experience pain, because it builds our character and it makes us realize that we don't want those feelings again. So when we're at our highest peaks and we're having our joys and celebrations, it makes it better because we know where we came from. But also, while we're sitting in the waiting room to see where this life is going, on the high or the low, and we're just stagnant in the middle, it's important to be grateful that we don't have those traumas and that we have something to look forward to when we celebrate. And I think a lot of times when we're sitting in the waiting room and we're watching life happens around us, we don't know exactly where we should be. Should we be leaning on the people that are really winning, or should we be helping those who feel like they're struggling? And the answer, you should be doing both. You should be clapping for your friends that are winning, and also being the shoulder to lean on for those who feel like they're struggling, because you've been blessed to be right in the middle and to watch it all happen. And right now, I feel like I'm watching it happen, and I'm grateful to be able to watch it. And I think that's what Uniquely Speaking is. Be grateful that you're able to watch the world happen around you, because things could change like that. And I'm grateful just to be in the spot, and knowing that blessings are coming, and I don't have to struggle with the issues that other people are struggling with. So I think that's just what's Uniquely Speaking, as I'm talking it out now. Being grateful for being in the middle. And I think that's where I'm at. I'm in the middle, and I'm grateful for those middle moments. Because sometimes we don't call on God until we are at our complete worst, and we're at the bottom, we're struggling, and we need him more desperately than others. And we also don't thank God enough when we are winning, when we have reach those goals, because we feel like we're in the moment and we don't talk to him just on a regular basis. I am grateful just to be here in the middle and watching it all and be able to have a conversation of gratitude, and also be able to still be open to receive, but also being able to appreciate what I have. So that this week's Uniquely Speaking, not as formatted, not as metaphoric as it always is, but
necessary.
Yeah.
And
being
effective.
Being grateful for being in the middle.
Yeah.
So that's Uniquely Speaking.
This is for Rachel, you big, fat, white, nasty, smelling, fat bitch. Why you took me off the motherfucking schedule with your trifling, dirty, white, racist ass, big, fat bitch?
No, I love that. And I would say that I am in a winning season of life.
Amen.
Professionally, I feel like I'm in a winning season of life. And I mostly attribute that to me just saying yes and just going, because I will say I feel like I've been on go for the last few days and I haven't like stopped, whether it is my job at the gym or the red carpets or to get right. So I feel a little fatigued, but ultimately I realized that I asked for all of these things. Well, I didn't ask to work at the gym, but technically I lied. So like I do feel a bit fatigued, but in this winning season I still battle with my own random bouts of sadness and figuring out why I'm feeling that stuff. So like even the people that seem like they're on top of the world, you just don't know what's going on. And I say all that to say that even if a person seems like they're winning, losing, in the middle, be gentle with everybody, because life is really layered and you don't know how it's playing out for people. Even the ones that you think you understand what's going on, you don't know what's going on. So yeah, I love that. Like, be a support system, be a light, receive that love. The compliments that we push off, take them in, sit with them, reflect on them, and really check in with yourself. I think that a lot of us would be better off if we were more conscious about where we are. Because then you can kind of like try and mitigate it if you're not in a great space, or celebrate it if you are in a great space. But I think that individual assessment would serve a lot of us. And I'm speaking to myself out loud, like really checking in, because before my red carpet yesterday, I was like, you know what? There's another red carpet, because I have like crazy anxiety just as a person. So like before red carpets, it gets really, really bad. And I was just like, you know what? You know what you're doing. You look good. So how about we try this without the anxiety? And I just spoke to myself in the mirror. I was like, we're just gonna be ourselves, and we're not gonna worry about saying the words correctly or making sure that the question sounds a certain way. Just like give it to them. Because I know my intention as a person. And I was like, okay. And I led with that energy. I only listened to music that was gonna put me into a good space. In the Uber ride, I was like cognizant of all that was going on around me. Like I looked at nature, I felt the wind, just being present and not thinking about all the things that could go wrong, which I realize is my issue in life. I always like fantasize the negative. So yeah, that was good.
Yeah,
but
that's like also what I talk about all the time. Like, are you purpose inspired or are you purpose driven? Like I think a lot of times we get so focused on our purpose and where we're going, and we start having all these thoughts like what could go wrong, instead of being inspired by the journey. And that was you being inspired by the journey, like taking in what's the scenery there, taking in the moment instead of worrying about the moment, which is important.
Yeah, because that worrying will take you out of it completely, and then you're really no good for what you're trying to do.
Yeah,
because you're on edge and you're questioning everything, and people can feel that energy. Not everyone is an empath, but like I feel like people have an innate sense to pick up on energy. That just contradicted that sense. That would make everyone an empath, but you get it. Like as a person, I feel like you can catch a person's vibe. Unless you're just really removed, you can pick up on a person's vibe. So yeah, thank you for that.
No, thank you for that.
That was a great Uniquely Speaking.
Thank you for your State of the Union address afterwards.
No, I'm on my Hillary Clinton.
Okay. Where's Bill?
Oh, you said where's Bill?
Yes. Oh, random. I forgot. Friday, Shout out to James People, our frat brother.
Mm-hmm.
He invited me out to a Daft Punk tribute show.
That's so specific.
It was so specific, but it was at the Wise Domes. It's like in Argent District, and there's tons of like domes, but they have projection screens all over, and like they project these amazing images and graphics. When I say it's one of the best experience I've had in a very long time, I know like 2 Daft Punk songs. I thought I did, but I actually knew more.
I only know one,
and I was, more.
I probably
once you
do know
hear it.
more.
Like I was like, oh, this is Daft Punk. Oh wow, I danced like a white woman.
I love that.
I had no inhibitions. I was getting down with the get down, arms up, moving, grooving. I had such a fun time. So shout out to James. And I say that to say, experience new experiences. Because I was like, I'm not going to have fun at this. What if I don't even know that Daft Punk? I was just going to go because I love James and he invited me. But it was honestly one of the best times I ever had.
Shout out to James. James is always going to find a function.
Yes.
James is very well connected.
Yes.
And he's always down to just go with the flow of life, which I can admire from a person, because it's just like, why think so hard? Why question? Why doubt? Why worry? Just go. Exist. Because James says shit and you just like, did you really just say that? And sometimes certain things do need to be said. Sometimes certain things don't need to be said. But just that willingness to go with the flow of life is a gift and a superpower. So I love that you had that experience.
Yeah, and shout out to James. I love him to death.
Hopefully you do that today. Don't let because I know like we're in the community and I hate that, because I feel like you get your life when you're in the community because we're so much fun. And when I'm talking about the community, I'm talking about the Black community. You have so much fun, but I also feel like we can be really restricted because we're so judgmental, and only judgmental because we're afraid of that judgment. So it's like,
be so cool.
And it's like, it's cool to just be authentic and
when
exist.
I tell you I'm gonna have a good time at EDP today, no one or nothing or people that I don't want to see are going to try to take that away from me today. And when I tell you I'm losing my voice at Jasmine Sullivan,
as you should.
I'm losing my voice, and now I'm expecting to get email on Monday.
Period.
I'm expecting. I have set a tone of expectations for me for this last couple weeks. Like for Lent. It's Palm Sunday. Happy Palm Sunday.
Yeah. I wanted to mention that earlier in the show, but I was going to say Psalm, and I was like, I don't think that's right.
It's Palm Sunday because they welcomed them with palms and Mount of Olives.
I'm not a church kid.
So they did. Do you know what Palm Sunday is?
No.
Palm Sunday is the Sunday that Jesus got into Jerusalem before he passed. So he arrived today. And then the week led up to the Last Supper, which was Friday. Okay, so keeping up. Keeping up. Yes. So today's the day they welcomed him. And for me, I've been doing Lent, and I think a lot of times, because one of my friends, Tony, shout out to Tony, had to explain to me a lot of times that with Lent we give up something and we just say, oh, I'm gonna quit drinking for Lent. Oh, I'm gonna stop eating sugar, and that's it. And we think, oh, that is our sacrifice. But the sacrifice is honestly supposed to be met with meditation and giving reverence to God in exchange for worldly pleasures. So what I've been trying to do every day is I wake up in the morning, and the first 15 minutes, because usually the first thing we do in the morning, we roll over, we look at our phone. So for the first 15 minutes, I make it a point that I stop and thank God. I talk to God every morning. I thank him for the day. I manifest what I want for the day. I manifest what I want for my life, and try to move in a way before I even get out of bed in thought process that is very grateful to be there. And I've learned that doing that really has changed the trajectory of my days. Going out and before a day, say like, God, I thank you for this day. I thank you for wealth. I thank you for health. I thank you for blessing good people around me. We're gonna have a good day, and then go through my list of things that I want and need. When you get out of bed in the morning, you feel so much better and way to attack the day than you did before. Now, I don't know everybody's religious beliefs, but I think if you have the moments in the morning just for this week coming up, before you get started, before you roll over and do your phone, you don't have to do 15 minutes. Try 5 minutes. 5 minutes, talk to a higher being and say some manifestations and get your mind ready to attack the day. You'll find that even the smallest annoyances don't mean anything. Things don't mean it that much no more. because you set your expectations, your intentions for the day. And I think that's what I'm going to encourage everybody else to do, because I'm going to be doing it. I've been doing it for Lent, but I think I'm going to continue to do it afterwards.
Yeah. I wake up and it's a practice that I'm working on, definitely. But I wake up and I just think like God, spirit guides, angels, ancestors, my grandma, and then my friends above, just for all of those things, for being my watchful eye, the discernment, the wisdom, the knowledge. And it really does serve me, just because, like, you know, the universe, I keep saying the universe, I'm going to stop accommodating people, because it's really God for me, or it's a collective effort. But like God really shows out for me. So I feel like I have to give thanks, because it's like I'm in these spaces that people are always like praising me for and all this stuff, and I'm like, yo, I honestly don't know how I got here. Like, I just do what I do, and then things just unfold. But like, that is my source, so I think it's only right to come correct and then just show gratitude, because like you said, a lot of us don't call on him until we're in like our lower stage. And it's like, so how do you think you got there when you're on your higher stage? You know, like,
how do you think you stayed there?
You know,
because God is funny. Oh, me and my God crack jokes.
Yeah, man.
And they will send you something to remind you real quick. Like, I have instant karma almost. It's really weird. If I'm mean to somebody or if I do something, it gets me back. Like automatically. And it's a reminder, like, Kelvin should do that.
It's probably telling you, it's like, you know, that's not you.
Yeah. And it eats at my conscience when I know, because I know it's about to happen. Like, I'll do something mean. I'm like, oh man, I probably did. I shouldn't do that. Like yesterday, there was a homeless man inside of the 7-Eleven. He was taking stuff. He was stealing. And the poor man that I talk to all the time, the guy behind the counter, he just didn't know what to do. And I'm an auntie in real life. I said, what are you doing? To the homeless man, what are you doing? Take that stuff out your pocket. Give me that. And just go outside. Just put that down. And he didn't. I said, give me the candy and go outside. And he gave me the candy. I put it back. He went outside. And the man said, thank you. And I felt at a weird crossroad, because I was like, okay, I feel good for helping the company because I come here all the time. But I feel bad for reprimanding that man.
Yeah.
And my friend was
probably on a low.
He was on the low. And he needed that. When I was going to buy it for him, but he walked away. He went away. So I was like, okay. I felt bad in my conscience because I was doing the right thing, because he shouldn't be stealing. And I was helping the company that I go to every day and patronize every day. But I also felt bad because I was not able to help him, because obviously he was hungry. So instead of saying put that back, I probably should have just bought it for him.
Yeah.
So that's the crossroads I was at. So I've been having a lot of intellectual dialogue. This has been like therapy to me today. Thank you guys for listening.
Right? I feel like we're unpacking things.
We are. We're so much to unpack. But yeah, so it's those things, like in that moment, like I'm, like I said, right there in the middle.
Yeah.
This man is obviously successful, and he's had this business opening, and is doing it thanks to someone at their complete lowest that's wants something, and here I am in the middle, mitigating and being a monitor between the two. So
yeah, these are just like the growing pains of life. Like next time you'll have this experience to like set a foundation and be like, well, I didn't like how I handled it fully last time, so now I can do it this way if you have the means to do so. So it is what it is. I think it's important that we practice grace with ourselves, because we only know what we know, especially in real time. So yeah, you could have did a bunch of other things, but you took the route that you did, and learn and grow from it.
Yeah, next time I'll just buy the candies. But my friend just looks so helpless, because the man was just there doing the most. He was doing the most though. He was doing the most in the store. And that Uncle Kelvin popped in like, what are you doing? He wasn't. He was. So.
Yeah. And homelessness is so layered, because while it's not always true, there is a huge mental component to homelessness. So like it could have been so many things going on there. And grace. Like, it's not only important to have grace with yourself, but grace with other people. Just because you operate, think, experience things in a certain way does not mean the next person does. So you cannot attach yourself to somebody else, because you will get the situation wrong every time.
Yeah.
So not every time, but it's not good to assume. So, just next time around, you know how you want to handle
I'll
it.
give him a hug.
If that's what fuels your spirit in the moment, hey.
Maybe not. All right, but it's almost that time, so you know what we need to do?
Yeah.
I'm ready to get the fuck ASAP after this shit.
So what have we learned
What have
today?
we learned today?
Oh my God, I feel like there's so much.
Today was a very special episode of The Get Right. It was highs and lows.
In real time.
We got deep today.
Mm-hmm.
We got deep. If you came for a laugh, joke's on you.
There were laughs.
You left with a word.
You're right. Many words. I've been reminded that I belong in every space that I occupy, that I am valid as a person, not only in my art, but as a human being, that I have the power to spread light and love to other people. And that is a power that I should be proud of and exercise daily, because people need light in a world that can be really dark. I want to just say grace and self-love and appreciation, and then like God or universal love and appreciation as well. Those are my messages and takeaways for today.
Yes. I think my takeaway is no good deed goes unpunished. In the case of Osiris, when we do great things,
no good deed
goes unpunished.
Is that not an oxymoron?
It's very oxymoron.
No good deed goes unpunished.
Yeah, people are going to punish you for doing good things.
Oh, got it.
Yeah.
Light bulb.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
When you do something good, there's always going to be someone to come back around and say it's not good enough.
Gotcha.
When you do something out of the kindness of your heart, someone's going to say, what are your intentions?
Mm-hmm.
So be prepared for those things, but know that if your intentions are pure and kind and good, then there's nothing that no one can say that can throw you off from that.
Absolutely.
Also, put yourself first and bet on yourself. Believe that you have everything within you to succeed and to be great.
Mm-hmm.
And don't let others' expectations or optics deter you from what you feel like is right.
Mm-hmm.
And then I also learned today that no, that's not nice. I can't say that. Okay. Yes, I learned a lot of great things today.
As always, you guys, I want to thank you for listening to. Child, he was about to turn up the heat up in here.
I really would.
I want to thank you guys for listening to this episode of the Get Right Radio Show. If you would like to keep up with me, as always, feel free on IG at The World According to Eric, Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube at Eric Devante, and TikTok at Eric Devante Russell 3.
Yes, and I'm Kelvin Unique, KelvinEunique on Instagram, and flip that to Unique Kelvin on Twitter. Make sure you're following the Get Right Radio Show. That's the Get Right Radio Show right on Instagram, because that's where we're going to get all the information about us. And we have our 250th coming up, and it's going to be kind of cool. So, like, if you guys like want to come and be with the cool kids, you should kind of like follow the page. And then also make sure you're following and downloading the Good News Radio app. The Good News Radio app is available on all platforms. That's Apple, Google Play, Grindr, Jacked, Scrub, Bear, Grizzly, BGC Live, Hinge, Bumble, Tinder, Black, Farmers Only, Plenty of Fish,
Right.
Date My Dad,
Christian Mingle,
Love My Mom, Christian Mingle. All those platforms, it's available. So make sure you down the Good News Radio app so you can listen to our show and a whole bunch of other shows. Yeah.
And as always, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you got right.
That's right. Get right or get left.
Bitch, you better get right. StreamYard?